Jackson stepped into the marble-lit lobby of the private bank, his jacket worn thin, his backpack hanging heavy on one shoulder. The air shifted at once, heads turned, not a word of greeting. Only eyes that measured him and found him unworthy. Clara Stanton appeared. From behind the counter heels, sharp voice colder. "You don't belong here." From the lounge, Harold Green let out a short laugh. "What's he here for? Drop off pocket change." The smirk spread across polished faces like a silent verdict. Clara didn't even glance at the computer. Her hands slid beneath the desk, pressing a button. Two guards stepped forward. No words, only a look. That said, "Leave." Jackson's voice stayed level. "I have an account under Cole Group." Clara's smile cut like glass. "No need to check. We don't serve your kind." The guards moved in, guiding him toward the door. Jackson didn't resist. He turned, once, eyes sweeping across the room, steady, unflinching. His words fell quiet. Heavier than any shout, "I'll remember every face I've seen today." The lobby returned to stillness, but the weight of dismissal lingered, a silence sharpened by contempt, and the story had only begun. Long before his name carried weight, Jackson Cole carried a mop. At 19, he scrubbed the floors of a downtown branch, bending over polished marble that would never reflect his own future. At night he slept in the office breakroom, too broke for rent, too stubborn to quit. He told himself one thing again and again. If he ever rose higher, he would never forget what it felt like to be invisible. Years later, with a borrowed sum no larger than the cost of a second-hand car, he launched his first venture. It was not glamorous. It was phone calls, unanswered meetings where men twice his age smirked at his worn shoes. It was rejection after rejection until persistence wore down the wall. That tiny loan grew into a foothold, the foothold into a climb. Piece by piece, he built a financial empire that reached into cities across America. He had the wealth now, the recognition, the accolades. But the habits never left him. He still traveled light, carried his own bag, chose simplicity when excess was expected. The memory of bleach-stained hands and empty nights in office corners never dulled. What drove him wasn't hunger for luxury. It was the belief that worth could never be measured by balance sheets. To Jackson, a person's dignity was currency greater than millions. That belief hardened through hardship shaped the empire he led. And yet no one in the bank lobby had known. Just days before stepping through those glass doors, Jackson had quietly acquired the private bank. No announcements, no headlines, no parade. The papers were signed, the ink still drying. Every contract, every wall, every uniform now answered to him. But he didn't walk in to be recognized. He walked in to see the truth, whether this institution treated people with decency when it thought no one important was watching. And in that first encounter, he had already seen enough. Clara Stanton had never known the taste of struggle. Born into a family that